viva! Viva! Viva Ina, viva! Viva! Viva Vhembe, viva! Viva! Mandla! Comrade Chairperson, can I be given the latitude to ask all the general conveners of different branches, of the 13 branches, to join me here in front. General conveners of the branches. Candle lighting is the ritual of paying tribute to all those who passed on. In all our events, we do this. We are remembering our comrades, we are remembering our family members, and our friends who passed on. They passed on due to COVID-19, cancer, blood pressure, sugar diabetes, HIV/AIDS, and any other diseases. The candle flames is a symbol, meaning that their legacy shines brightly on our hearts. It is a symbol that we are with them, we remember them always. As we light these candles, comrade, we are keeping our faith on. And we are also encouraging comrades to please take care of yourselves, know your status. By knowing your status, we are not talking about the HIV/AIDS status only. We are saying know your health. Go and screen and know yourself so that you can take a treatment. By so saying, there will be an ambulance outside. Please, let's sneak out, go and check and make sure that you know your status. I will ask one of comrades, let's take our candles. One of you will light the candle. As we are lighting those candles, we are saying we are holding on to our faith, and we promise that we will take care of ourselves and our health. After lighting, we will then sing that song that we know.
Yes,
Thank you, comrade.
Amanda. Vhembe Sadtu Vhembe. We are moving on with our program. As of now, we are going to take messages of support. We are going to take 3 at a go. We are going to allow the first one, who happens to be South African, to come and give us a message of support. South African will be followed by the Department of Basic Education. Thirdly, it will be the NECT. As we pitch a slogan, we are going to allow those 3 organizations to give us messages of support. Slogan.
Viva Sadtu, viva! Viva Vhembe Virgin, viva! Manda! Thanks, President. Representative comrades from South Africa, we say to the PWC members, PC members, ROPs, REC, DEC, delegates, distinguished guests, business partners, we are saying greeting from South Africa. Comrade, like the indicated, my name is Romeo. Mazan is my surname. I'm one of the elected to lead the sales department in South Africa. There are 2 things, comrade, that South Africa we want to bring to this conference. We say, comrade, thank you very much for the cordial support to support South Africa. As and when we come to your branches, comrade, Chairperson, people used to give us ears, listen to us, give us opportunity to come and see you in your respective sites. We are saying, comrade, Chairperson, South Africa is still the leading insurance in the insurance sector, whereby such members, we say by virtue of you joining such comrade and be a member of such in good standing, South African comrade is obliged to pay 10,000 rand as and when a member of such in good standing decides to pass away. We give 10,000 rand. And as and when comrade decides to pass away, your family means they must come to the office and pay 10,000 rand. That is non-negotiable. It is a given, non-negotiable. Then this benefit, comrade, is not only applicable as and when a member is still actively employed. Even when you go for retirement, members of Sadtu must indicate that they are going for retirement. You bring us your retirement letter, your payslip and ID copy, and South Africa will give you what we call a paid-up certificate. That certificate will enable your family to come and pay the 10,000 rand should you decide to pass away during your retirement time. We are also saying, comrade, apart from the compulsory one, the 40-45, that's also stipulated in your diary. We say we have got a funeral cover. Like I said, when I started out, we have the leading insurance company for Sadtu. We are saying, South African is still saying, those of you who want funeral cover from South African, we still offer 80,000 rand funeral benefit. There are some of you comrades who are able to upgrade your policy as you heard that the benefit has been suspended. But as I'm talking to you right now, comrade, that benefit has been reinstated. It means those of you who failed, who were denied opportunity to upgrade your policy from the lower to the higher benefit, feel free to come and upgrade your policy. Also, the 25,000 rand that we were offering under extended, we are saying it has been reinstated. This policy, comrade, it's a very nice policy because we are saying South African and Sadtu also allow the maximum of 2 spouses in the policy. When I say the maximum of 2 spouses, this is what I mean. If you've got a policy in South African and you're going to put a spouse, you let the spouse pass on and bring the second spouse to cover the one who's passed away. You don't bring them together at the same time. But for those of you who have got 2, 3 spouses, we will cater for your spouses, but don't encourage it. We cater for it. We are saying, comrade, this policy is also open for people who are spouse, a member of Sadtu who is spouse to another member of Sadtu. You can duplicate the policy in the same family. We are not believing that we cannot pay you because your spouse has already had the policy with us. Before I leave the podium, there are 2 things that I can allude here. We have got the challenge of claims. When coming to claims day, that's where most comrades experience challenges. We are saying, comrades, rest assured from now, our claim turnaround pay time has been reduced, comrades, from the time that we used to happen. We are saying, forgive us, we know that in 2020 and 2021, we had a problem of claims where we having a bulk of claims coming at a go because of the pandemic. But as of now, comrades, we are trying to do things according to the way we were doing before. We are saying, comrades, those of you who have got claims to make, visit our office and make sure that you bring the relevant documentation. Then after bringing those relevant documentation, comrades, it will never go beyond 2 days for them not to pay. If your time is not paid after 2 days, I'm just a phone call away. Give me a shout, comrade. I'll make sure that I assist you in order for them to be paid. Also, comrade, 7%. We have got members of South Africa who don't have beneficiaries in their policies. We urge you, comrade, as and when our consultant visit your sites, please give them an ear. Go and check your policies. If there are no beneficiaries, please bring beneficiaries there. I'm proud, comrade, 7% to say we are the number 1 recruiting agency for Sadtu.
Slogan as we welcome education.
Skokene tambo, skokene tambo, skokene makaya tina skokene tambo, skokene tambo, skokene makaya
Thank you, Chairperson of the session, and Namikushe. I would like to start by greeting the provincial office bearers who are present here in this conference. I would also like to greet the regional office bearers, BEC members, the general membership of the 90 Union the South African Democratic Teachers Union, who are survivors of COVID-19. That is why you're here, because we survived. I would also like to greet a colleague from NECT and all protocol observed. Hala ala Sadtu halala. Hala ala Sadtu halala. I'm here today as the district director of Vhembe West. Yes, I'm here as the district director. I've been requested to come and address the conference. And being a Sadtu member myself, I could not say no. I missed being in conference. I'm elated to be here. On behalf of the District Director of Vhembe West, I once more greet you, our foot soldiers. You are the pride. You are our pride and our hope. The hope of Vhembe district as a whole, without putting in the boundaries. I'm elated to be here because this is a very important occasion. I think comrades, you've been waiting. Those of us who have got ambitions to ascend to the region, we've been waiting on the sidelines for long. Now is our time. Hoping you're going to vote and vote correctly. As I was looking at the Secretariat report, I also looked at the on the outer cover there are strategic goals. I would like to single out strategic goal number 2, not to say that the others are not important. I'm singling out strategic goal number 2, which says creating a learning nation. We are here, comrades, because we were taught by other people. The English that we speak, the Shibeta that we speak, the Shikoma that we speak, the state that we speak, somebody stood in front of us. And indeed, we are looking forward to have a nation that is a learning nation. Gone should be the days when people will say, if you want to hide something from a black person, hide it in a book. We are not of that generation. We read, and as we read, we become better leaders. I would also like to indicate that all the other strategic goals as indicated are also equally important. I would like to say the following that I would like to wish this conference of this gigantic union called Sadtu fruitful deliberations and implementable resolutions that will be taken in this conference. Under the very same strategic goal that I mentioned, strategic goal number 2, as Vhembe region, we would really like to go back to our position in terms of cultural results. And we can only get those results through the comrades who are sitting here in front of me. Colleagues, it's our responsibility because this is our core business. We are so used to being number 1 and number 3. But the positions that we got last year in 2021, I'm not even proud to announce them or to say them here, because that is not where we belong. But we believe that through you, comrades, because I know you are hardworking, we are going to improve the results of the 2 districts, Vhembe East and Vhembe West. Lastly, I would like to wish this conference well. May it be well with you all. And as you go and vote, I'm repeating myself, please do so correctly. Elect those that will serve the people. Allah, Sadtu, Allah. Viva Sadtu, viva. Viva. Viva Vhembe region, viva. Viva. Thank you so much.
Oh
I hesitated. So I think I need to correct it. Although I'm not used to it, but I'll correct it. You know, I'm not new to Sadtu. And in 2012, when I was working for joint education, I'm the one who initiated the Institute for Sadtu, it is called Vhembe. Then I started learning about Sadtu, and I was coming from the corporate wearing suits and so forth. And they told me to raise my hand and to say Amanda. And they forced me to say I won't say anything if I don't say Amanda. So I was, you know, when I said Amanda, it was coming like that. So because I joined NECT in 2016, moving from the institute, I forgot a little bit because of the COVID. So now I can say, Viva Sadtu, Viva! Viva! Amanda! Thank you. To the provincial leadership, the regional leadership, and to the branch leadership, and comrades and guests, good morning. I won't take long in my speech. I know, you know, coming to Sadtu, you know, sometimes when we're invited to talk in any organization, it becomes difficult, or when you speak for somebody else, it becomes difficult to talk about a person or to a person when you don't know what to say. But knowing Sadtu that first and foremost, it looks after its members in education matters. Previously, I only thought that it was only, you know, Zararazo. But I learned that you are also developing yourself in other spheres and through the institute. Sadtu created the institute because it's very serious about education. Hence, when I come here, I'm always excited, you know, to talk to members who are serious about education. Talking about the wellness of teachers and the wellness of learners as well. And also what to provide for our learners in the community. So I am very humbled and excited to be in this conference. We have a collaboration with Sadtu. That is the first collaboration and the support that we give as NECT. In our board, there is Sadtu is represented. Also, we have in our provincial steering committee, Sadtu is represented. We also have a district steering committee in Vhembe, where Sadtu is represented through Mr. Comrade Mapara. I don't know what to say, Comrade. Through Comrade Mapara, where we discuss education-related matters. NECT was also very much involved in the Buhari issue. Anything that happens in the community that affects education, we're always there to assist to lend a hand. Where NECT with the businesses raised 3 million towards the crisis, where they went to camps, and the was number 1 in that year in the metric results. And up and above that, in all the districts, Vhembe and also Waterberg was one of the districts that were chosen to pilot the structured learning programs. I think some of you knows about that. And when I came in 2016, I realized that this is very serious. From the district to the schools, they are very serious about education. And when I worked with, I met a lot of comrades in the field. And I was very excited to be working with a very serious districts where it takes education seriously. So since 2016, since 2020, 2019, pre-COVID, during COVID, we were disrupted a lot in education. Before that, we had challenges in education. And it added more, it was added more by education where we had challenges in terms of teaching and also learning. And then any city has to realign itself to fit the needs of the teachers. Where we came with, let me give you an update up to now. Previously, we had PLCs. We had a collaboration with Sadtu, but we were working in Sukubume for the PLC, which actually is the institute for business professional learning communities, which I was working on when I was in the institute. And then up and above that, we also have psychosocial where we're working with mostly with learners. We also initiated the NRC and also the structured learning program. Up to date, we have been working with subject advisors, circuit managers, and lead teachers in the districts on recovery ATPs. Because we looked at to say we have lost time during COVID, and we still have to teach what needs to be done, and also do intervention in our classrooms. And that is where NCT, together with the department, because we look at the DBE workbook, we look at the ATPs, and we look at how can we assist teachers who are in the whole phase to be able to provide, to teach and also survive themselves. Because in COVID, we were not only affected, educationally, even psychologically ourselves. Everyone, we are suffering from depression because of stress, through family and also at work. So we came up with the recovery ATPs, which is a planner and a tracker in our case. And the planner and a tracker is not a standalone. It's something we look at the ATP, the policy document, and we say, how can we make it easier for teachers to implement the policy in the schools, taking the challenges that we have currently. So in the planner and the tracker, it shows you how you can catch up on the previous work, and how you can teach currently, and how you can do self-reflection. We all need to be assisted. Even where I am, I also need to be assisted because we find ourselves we're having a lot of challenges where we don't even know where to start. And when we visit schools, because now we are doing a lot of research based on the recovery ATPs, we find a lot of teachers being overwhelmed. And when we talk to them, we find that they are overwhelmed by the challenges that they have personally, the family, and also at the school. And we are trying to come up to say, how do we then assist the teachers in with the challenges that they have? So through the recovery ATPs, then we are able to assist the schools. And then now, in 2022, we are focusing on assessment for learning, the learning recovery, psychosocial, and professional learning communities, and also NRC. That is our main focus. With NRC, we have been working with you. We had a conference. Unfortunately, during COVID, we never had the conference, but prior, all the conveners were here where we celebrated the Women's Day and also talking about the need for reading. My colleague here spoke about,
continuous, we need to continue learning. Previously, people were hiding things from us to say, people do not read. But we are reading, and we need to continue to be reading, to be a reading nation. And what we are promising, before I can ask how can we assist you, is that prior we had an orientation for the regional education and also sports, where we spoke about how the planner and tracker assist teachers. And then we also committed to say we will go to branches and talk to, and also do a workshop on the planner and tracker for the leaders, so that they can assist their teachers in the school. Plus, what I want to ask is that instead of NCT coming up with activities, then how, I'm asking the White House to say, how can we assist you, to relieve the stress that we're having in the classrooms? Because we need to talk about working in the classrooms. When I started working in 1985, I didn't know, I didn't even know where to start. I needed somebody to support me. I was teaching biology and English. I didn't know even where to start. And that is why I'm very much committed to say, I know that I was a teacher. Even when I was a lecturer, I was a teacher, and I needed support, but I didn't know where to get that support. Then I am in this space because I know that there is always a need. Where there is a challenge, there is always a need for support. And we are coming as a not as a know-it-all, but we are coming to say, how can we assist people in the Sadtu members on the ground? Because now we are no longer working directly with teachers. We work with the department officials from DPE, the province, the district, and also the secretary. And then working with subject advisors, then they train teachers. But we are saying, instead of working with subject advisors only, through Sadtu, then we can be able to reach teachers. So that is something that we can think on. And if they are the leaders from the branches are willing that we come and assist you, then you can contact us so that we can come and run workshops. It can be virtual, it can also be face-to-face. And if it's virtual, then those people that will be attending will be provided with data so that they can attend the planner and tracker. And we'll be providing the planner and tracker in the workshops. What I want to say is that I wish you good luck for the elections, because they are very, very much important. And I know that you are, as you are, and when I listen when we're talking, that the leaders that will be elected are leaders of good state, and I know that you will elect people who are correctly so. Wishing you good luck on the conference, and all the best. Thank you.
Manda, we want to appreciate all the structures which gave us messages of support. We are doing fine. We can accelerate a little bit in terms of management of time. The next structures to come and give us messages of support. We would like to encourage you to be a little bit economic in terms of time. We have got a fully packed program which must be covered and must conclude business today and on time. We will be preparing the vanguard to come and give us a message of support after I shall have allowed the Secretariat to come and make further introductions. After Secretariat shall have made further introductions, we will allow the SACP to come and address us, taking into cognizance the issue of being economic with the limited resource called time that we don't have. Secretary, quickly come and do the rituals before we can even sing a slogan.
Thank you, Chairperson. We have amongst ourselves here one of our own, Sadtu, Deputy Chairperson of Mopani, Comrade Rapter Mutusi. Comrade Rapter? He's from the sister branch. Or sister region. Or is it a brother region? Or another region, yeah. That is one of our own. We also have the Chairperson of Mopani, region of Sadtu, Comrade Matumi. Comrade Matumi?
Viva Sadtu, viva! Viva!
Very true. Okay, we also have the Chairperson of Sadtu, Sikubule region, Comrade Ezekiel Madire. Comrade Madire?
Anta! Very true.
Don't leave. Okay, Comrade Ngobeni will be wearing two hats in this gathering. He is the Sadtu Chairperson of Capricorn region. Okay? Comrade Ngobeni represents Capricorn region in this hall as Chairperson. He further will be representing the SACP. Let us welcome Comrade Ngobeni.
Viva Sadtu, viva! Viva! Not to say me SACP, not!
Sorry, Comrade Jimmy, I was misinformed. Thank you, Chairperson. Thank you. No, it's from another region.
Manda, we are now moving to the address by the vanguard of the people, the SACP. Before the SACP, as represented by Comrade addresses us, we are going to request the comrade who might have come across the roll call for Taganan, who happens to be having the roll call for Taganan, kindly submit it to the table up here. Tanganane roll call. Tanganane roll call. SACP, we are all yours.
Amanda, forward with socialism, forward. Down with capitalism, down. Amanda, yeah, thank you very much. We hardly get a platform that's well hid.
the Deputy Chairperson is so concerned about time that if you give communists a platform, they will spend much time speaking many issues. But I have to acknowledge the concentrated leadership which is here, leading this conference, the provincial leadership, and the leadership from regions, leadership from branches, all protocol observed. Yeah, comrades, we were living at a very interesting time. We are living at a time where politics is no longer fashionable. We are living at a time where people are very much impatient with any political theory or political ideology. But I have to indicate that the history of Hiteto society, it is the history of class struggle. The class struggle which is located in the property relations, and that manifests itself politically, economically, and ideologically. When we concentrate only in the economy as trade news, we are traveling at a path where our duty will only to bargain for salary increment. Sometimes you will get, sometimes you will not get, and it is not changing anything in terms of how society is moving. Society will always move. But as the South African Communist Party, we are going for our 15th National Congress in July. I've got a big speech. But on this speech, yes, not the other political commissions are not here. So at least I've got an advantage of my 10 minutes. Together, comrades, this is very serious. This is the place from the Communist Party. And this is a very sensitive congress for us. In our 14th Congress, there were buzz about the media. It was about the Communist Party contesting state power. Our State Power Commission reported on the 14th Congress that when we must contest elections under a reconfigured alliance, the difficulties which we are experiencing now going to the Congress is that the ANC for Sadtu, SACP, as I'm standing here, I cannot say that we managed to reconfigure the alliance. And ourselves as communists, with our hindsight and foresight, we are saying the difficulty is from now until December, is the ANC going to renew itself? That is the most frightening thing. That yourselves and ourselves were no longer much excited about contesting for state power, because if the ANC fails to renew, which is highly unlikely, given the circumstances, given the political dynamics of what is happening now in the movement. Yeah, comrades, I was talking about, I started by saying together. Ourselves as the South African Communist Party were saying, together let us build a powerful socialist movement for the poor and the working class. We will be campaigning and mobilizing trade unions in the private sector, in the public sector, across the federations, not only for Sadtu alone, all the federations, for this powerful socialist movement of workers and the poor. As I will be concluding, it will not be fair not to reflect a little bit about Ukraine, Russia, NATO, imperialist war. Comrades, during economic crisis, imperialist wars, in the past we were reading about imperialist wars and also their consequences, but now we are experiencing it for real. The imperialist wars and export of counter-revolution by imperialist military aggression on developing countries, the conditions of the working class further deteriorates to the limit, since as workers, they are always the ones who bear the brunt of those capitalist abominations. The cost of living is making life unbearable. The aggression of the US is making the life of the Cubans unbearable. The aggression of the US is making the life of the North Koreans difficult. The aggression of the US is making the life of the people of Venezuela very, very difficult. The aggression of the US is also dictating to South Africa that this thing that you are a non-aligned country, you must begin to shift and support Ukraine. We know why they are doing that, but workers are the ones who will suffer So we have got a choice as workers to remain